caves in Rust are some of the strongest and most overpowered places to build your base, both because of the unknown nature of what could be behind that first door, and also the ability to dictate exactly where your enemies will be raiding from makes them an undeniably powerful location. However, living underground does have its limitations. It's notoriously annoying to get electricity working down here, having to opt for generators or by charging up batteries on the surface before bringing them underground. Similarly, it's not possible to get water into these caves, which means if you want to build a farm here, unless you plan on bringing water down in jugs by hand, you're out of luck. Well, not exactly. There's one very particular cave that is just close enough to the surface where wires and hoses can reach, opening the door to building an underground farm. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and what better goal than to try and farm 200,000 cloth underground in celebration of recently hitting 200,000 subscribers. Thanks, by the way. However, to get this extremely specific and sought after location, we had to be quick. This was Force Wipe, and there would surely be other people with their eye on where I wanted to live. Alright, let's do this. It is Force Wipe, and I have not played Force Wipe in a long time. I usually don't play this early into Wipe, but today is a special occasion because we need a very specific cave. There's only one or possibly two cave locations on any map that you can actually get water and electricity down to through the cave walls. And that for us is this cave here. So this idea is only going to work if we get this cave, because we need water and electricity for a farm that we're going to build down there. And that is a good start. Nice, metal pickaxe straight away. They're not taken. Yes, dude. Just need to block them off for now. I'll probably get rid of this later, but I just need to secure them as mine for now. So this one, which is on the left, this will be the farm. And then this second build spot in the cave, this will be my main base. This cave had two build spots, and I had managed to lock them both down, which was a massive relief given I was going to be very limited on the space that I had available to me. And I was definitely not the only one vying for these caves. Whoa, what? When did this get here? That's right on the edge of the cave border. It's code locked too. There's more than one of them. That's probably going to be an issue. Would it be wrong of me to TC grief them? I mean, they've built right on the edge of my cave, and I'm going to want to wall it in eventually, so it's going to have to go at some point. Is it morally wrong to TC grief in a group that, if you think about it, they've TC griefed me in first? The answer to this moral dilemma is no. Look, one might have been enough, but what's the harm in a couple more, eh? There's 3 of them. This dude had 3 rocks in his hotbar. I should either not be scared at all of these guys or absolutely terrified. I now turned my attention to getting the layout of my farm base built. I was actually going to live out of the farm cave for now while I farmed resources to build the main cave. I'm actually liking how this is looking. We need as many squares as possible to fit planter boxes on, so this base is basically going to be all squares. Ooh, these guys are expanding kind of quick. Doesn't look like the TCs did. Oh, there's one there. I missed. With these guys progressing faster than I was hoping, I decided I would now focus on getting my main cave base set up, complete with a front door bunker to make it more intimidating to raid. The rest of the base was completely freehand design, and I kinda like how it turned out. I ended up with an open core and 3 bedrooms spaced evenly throughout the cave, ready for whatever was going to be thrown at it. And now that I had this base set up, I was able to connect one of the most important things together for this challenge. It is time to try and set up electricity to the surface. So if I put a branch in this top corner of the cave here, anywhere around here actually will work. That branch there, I should be able to connect my power to it. And it should, in theory, reach the surface. I guess we're about to find out. Surely. It's got to be somewhere around here it should reach. There it is. It reaches. Now we just need to set up a base up here, put some solar panels on it, and get power down to the main cave. And then from the main cave, we can funnel that power into the farm when we need to. Now I should be able to take from this branch and make it all the way down into the cave and connect it to the branch that I already placed down there. Here we go. Yes. Power is connected through the cave walls now. With the initial stages of cave electricity accomplished, I needed tech trash for a large battery and some solar panels. So, headed to do a water treatment run with a quick pit stop at the supermarket on the way. P2. And tech trash. Nice. Oh. There's a guy there. Where'd he go? Red card. Oh! There's 2 of them. This isn't good. Not good position. He has a Revy as well. I do have the P2, but I only have 4 bullets. Oh! Okay. That's 1 done. With this successful run under our belt, we set up the most basic electronics inside the cave. Lights, heaters, and industrial furnaces to maximize the efficiency of our progression. Then a seemingly normal run to the supermarket turned into the introduction of the most important group that we'll be meeting this wipe. Oh, there's people down there. Oh, there's a new base, actually. New friends in the neighborhood, eh? I need him to turn his torch back on. Where'd he go? Dana. Dana is one of our new neighbors, hey? Dana was just one of the many names that would turn out to belong to this group. He's on the roof over there. Stefania? Damn, these guys are building up quick. These guys are building up quick, but I think they're dog shit, so it's not too concerning. It's amazing how right I was here and also yet so wrong. Firstly, I absolutely butchered Stefania's name, but besides the pronunciation, this is definitely one you're gonna want to remember. I was practically done for the night and hopped off. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video, you're probably going to want to subscribe, because for every subscriber, I will farm 100 cloth, and in addition, for every like on the video, I'll farm 25 cloth, and every comment, I'll farm 10 cloth. Over the month of March, I'll be starting a live stream and not ending it until I've reached the quota of cloth required. This is probably a mistake, as I'm leaving it up to you guys to decide how long I play Rust for, but let's just see how it goes. There'll be more opportunities to increase the cloth count during the live stream, meaning that the stream could potentially go for an entire month. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, arriving back online a few hours later, I found my surface electricity base had been tampered with. Yeah, it's raided. Code lock as well. I have to raid that back. I wonder if it was these guys here. They're online. Yeah, it's the same door. That door on the inside's the same door. It's gotta be them. Is he going into it right now? He is too. Okay, I definitely think it's these guys then. I'm pretty sure we know who raided the base. If these guys weren't already an issue for building on top of my cave, now they had raided my power base, which was essential for me making my farm. They had to go, but first I had to get my power base back, and in order to do some raiding, I needed to do some farming. Oh, those guys have built up quite a bit. They've got a compound and everything now. These guys here are more important to deal with though, especially if they're going to be raiding my power base. If I want a wall in this cave like I plan on doing, these guys need to get out of here. There's a guy farming down there. He's probably from the supermarket group. Yeah, it's one of them. He's down there farming again. Yep, it's the same guy again. I'm just farming him at this point. Another farmer? Maybe the same guy? After farming both this Gianna guy and also a few nodes on the side, I was ready to raid back my power base and once again get electricity down into my cave. Alright, I gotta be careful of that supermarket group here, especially because I got roof cover of me. Hopefully they blow up kinda quickly. One dotted. Okay, two dotted. Nice. They're actually coming. Dude, can you please go off? Why is this the longest satchel ever? Oh my god. Okay, finally. Alright, we gotta go through one more door. I set up the electricity again and then learnt of the supermarket group's unfortunate habits. So eventually I have to build a pipe all the way from the water down there for the farm. Oh, they're on their roof. They're shooting at someone over here. Yeah, there's guys down there. They do seem like the kind of group to be pretty fond of their roof, I won't lie. They saw me? What? As if. They're shooting someone here. Uh-oh. I'm not in a good position here. Especially given that these guys can just see me from the roof. Of course they've got a base over supermarket. What's with big groups doing that? To be honest, it was unsurprising that this group enjoyed the comfort of their roof. I would have to do my best to avoid them, but it wouldn't be easy given the next task I had ahead of me. The farm I was building needed two main infrastructures in place to get working. The first was electricity, which we already had sorted. The next, though, was a little bit trickier. I needed water, and a lot of water. This can be sourced in numerous ways, but given I lived so close to the ocean, I decided I would build a desalination base on the coast and then pump the water all the way up the hill and then eventually down into my base. Unfortunately though, this meant I needed to do a little bit of building out in the open, perfectly in view of the supermarket group's roof. So, in order to get this water into the cave, I have to see how far this will reach, and then I build a TC after 30 meters, because that's how far they go. And then in this TC, I've got to put another pump because it's going uphill. So you have to pump the water uphill. That's why I need a TC for each one. And then we got to do this the whole way up to the cave, which thankfully isn't too far. This one's going to have to go to this side of the road. Is he out here without a gun? He is too. He's just farming no weapon. It's him. It's him too. Of course it is, dude. Definitely going to get roof camped here. Watch the roof. Watch the roof, watch the roof. Oh, watch the floor! This was the first time I had seen them leave their roof with an AK, and we also had another name to add to the list. Francesco. Now, I'm not usually one to throw around accusations, but this group was starting to raise my suspicions. Firstly, because groups like this like to have one or two guys who are trusted with the responsibility of using their good kits. The rest of them are, for lack of a better term, absolutely dog shit. Look, I'm not saying that the guys who are allowed to use the AKs are using any sort of software advantage, but take a look at this. This is Francesco's Battlemetrics, and if you're not sure what Battlemetrics is, all you need to know is that it tracks every server that a player has ever joined. Francesco, prior to this wipe, hasn't played Rust in 6 months. This, along with the behaviour he was showing, was pretty typical of a bot account. I'll let you come up with your own conclusions about Francesco and his group in general, but just know that Francesco's Steam account, although from a while back, also had a VAC ban on record. Oh, they're building a new base. Look, they're building a main base on the water down there. That's kind of huge as well. Yeah, they're building it right now. You know what else there is? There's actually a farm base down there. It's kind of hard to see from here, but between that external TC and their main base, there is a farm base. That could potentially be very useful for us. Why is there landmines going off? It's like the 4th or 5th landmine I've heard. Another one. What is going on? Is that him placing landmines, do you reckon? Hello? Are you placing the landmines?
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep.
Those guys are so annoying.
Hate those guys.
Yeah, I know, dude. They literally don't get off their roof.
Yeah, we hate them.
They're definitely just shooting the landmines out, but they're also... There's probably so many of them that they're still going to die to them. There's so many going off. Look, I don't appreciate this group that's built right on top of my cave, but honestly... Look, they're shooting at me right now from their roof. We might have to put our differences aside with this group that lives above us and work together to take out this Chinese group, the supermarket campers. Who knew that something as simple as a few landmines could be the catalyst for a very important relationship? Oh, it's Dydra. That's the guy that lives above my cave. He didn't loot my body. It's all still there. Yo, what's up? Oh, is that your teammate? Is that your teammate?
Dude.
Is that guy with you?
Yes, it's me.
Well, I guess he's not your team, bro. Listen to me. Oh my god.
No, that's
Dude,
not me. That's
well,
not
I know
us.
that now.
I'm the only one on. It's me, it's me. I'll...
He totally just died. Killed him. Oh, that's him. I need to get in a team with these guys, honestly. I keep shooting them. Oh, that AK guy's getting away with all of it now. There's no way. There's no way they just died to landmines. That would be the most clutch thing ever. He's obviously on his roof. If he's dead, it's so roof campable, this body. But there's a chance, there's a chance. He's going for it. He's going for a body. I'm covering, just get the body. Just go for the body, go for the body, go for the body.
Yes, yes, yes.
Run, go, 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 run. Just get out of here, dude. Just go, just go. You go, I'm covering. They'll kill me, but you just go, you just go. You got the kit, you got the kit. He's out. He's actually out. There's no way we just got that with the landmines. And by we, I mean him, because they were his landmines. Brought together by a few explosives on the floor. We joined a team and we're now officially allied. Both of us wanted this group gone just as much as each other, and the extra numbers were certainly going to help in the fight. For now though, I had a solo mission to undertake. Remember the farm base I mentioned earlier? That farm base could potentially save me hours of work. If I was to get to this goal of 200,000 cloth, I was going to need what is known as a god clone. Seeds in Rust have different genes, and these genes dictate their traits. A god clone has the best set of genes that gives it the most efficient growth and yield. However, to get this god clone, it can take 6, 7, even up to 8 hours or more of crossbreeding just to get the perfect clone. I would need to do this at some point, but not if someone else had already done it for me. That's where the supermarket group's farm base comes into play. I would have to be quick, but given the farm base backed onto the ocean, I could theoretically take 2 C4, blow the back wall open, jump inside and quickly grab all of the clones before making my exit and swimming into the open ocean for safety. It was obviously risky and had a very low chance of success, but it could save me a lot of time in the long run. It was worth a shot. I did a pretty extensive amount of scrap farming to tech tree to C4, waited for the next night time, then put on my night vision goggles, ready to pull off the perfect heist. There's one in there, dude. There's one inside the farm right now. That is unfortunate. The heist went off without a hitch, however, the clones we had acquired were nothing close to God. This was disappointing, but there was one pretty amazing thing that came from this. I'm just going to tell these guys that I raided their farm base. Let them know that I'm equally as invested in... Wait, they griefed it? No way. HQM! They must have gone in after me. They must have heard me blow in and go down and grief it. That's so good for us. anything that can like get under their skin or at all set them back is perfect. That's an external TC on their base now. If we weren't already going to be friends with these guys, we certainly were now. This was the first step towards getting rid of this group. I finished off my water infrastructure and got water moving from the ocean all the way into my underground farm. We now had everything we needed to start mass producing cloth, except of course the god clone. The clones we had gotten from the heist were essentially useless to us, so I started the arduous journey of attempting to get my first ever god clone. So this could take me like a long time, to be honest, especially considering I've never done this before. I'm looking for Ys and Gs on the genetics, and also in specific places and stuff. I'm trying to work this out as I go, really. But I need 3 Ys and 3 Gs in any order eventually. So apparently the hardest slots to get are slots 1, 4, and 6. So if I get a Y and a G in 1, 4, and 6, I definitely want to keep that. And then eventually, once I got all the genes in right places, I need to like crossbreed it or something. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But this is going to take a while. Fortunately, there's a website called Rust Breeder where I can just plug all the genetics that I get into it, and it tells me like which ones I need to put next to each other to crossbreed. So that definitely helps in terms of like the math that you need to do, but it still takes a lot of time to get lucky enough to get the ones you need. You still need the luck to get the right positions and stuff, so... So if I take this combination of genes and plug it into the website, Rust Breeder, I can just put all of them into it and... Wait. What? No way! No way! No way! That isn't... You're taking the piss! There is no way! This shit's easy, bro! What? Bro, I just planted a god clone! Dude, that takes people 6 hours to get, and I just placed one down! No way! That sucks because I really wanted to try and learn this. How rare is that? Is that rare? Dude, what is the percentage chance of placing down a god clone seed? Look, I know I've just spent a good chunk of this video talking up how time consuming this thing is to get, but believe me, the luck to place one of these from a seed is beyond comprehensible. This was the 16th seed I placed, and it was a god clone. That's unheard of. I can't work out the exact percentages because I'm not that smart, and there's a lot of different variables at play, but trust me, people will dedicate thousands of hours to farming and will never have this happen to them. I cloned my god clone and finally started progressing towards the 200,000 cloth goal. So now that I've got the full farm filled with clones, all god clones, pretty sure it's going to take about an hour and 45 minutes for it all to fully grow so that I can do a full harvest. And then we'll see how much cloth we're going to get per harvest. In the meantime, I decided to do some work on a secondary base on the surface that would be helpful in a raid defense if ever we did need it. And eventually, my clones were ready for harvest. They should be ready by now, hopefully. It's been a while. Oh, look at them. Look at them all. They're ripe. They've just gone ripe as well. Perfect. So I've kind of messed up here by not having spare clones. So I'm going to have to clone a few of these planter boxes. Those ones aren't done. Those ones are only fruiting. That's alright, I don't really care. I am gonna have to clone a few of them because I didn't save any spare clones. But that's alright. So this isn't gonna be a completely full harvest, but it's gonna be pretty close. It's gonna give us a good idea of how much we will get. Oh, it's so satisfying. That's not a bad amount. 6k. It's probably like 2/3 of what we're actually going to get from a full harvest as well. That is not bad. For a cave farm where you're limited on space, it's probably as well as you can do. Our farming operation was now well underway. We just had to make sure to keep an overstock of the clones and check back every hour and 45 minutes to harvest. It wasn't long after this that I got an intriguing message from my friendly neighbour who had spotted a weakness in the supermarket group's base. Looks like it's just one sheet door to their TC. He can't mean main TC, he's got to mean external TCs, I reckon. But still, we could easily raid that. So what is it, just a one sheet metal door to their external TCs?
So one of them was. I'd have to check the others just to make sure, but yeah, the external, like towards their old farm base that you raided, is literally just a sheet metal door with the window in it, and you can see the TC. There's no window inside of it or anything.
Right, okay. It's going to be so hard to raid them though with them there. Like, they're going to swarm on us.
Yeah. So here's the thing though, they keep flying away in the mini and doing something. So maybe next time they fly away, if they're not on again, we go over and do that.
Alright, cool. I'll craft it up and have it ready, and then if you just want to like call it, just message in chat and say whenever, and I can just bring it up and go straight away. If you realize there's a good time to go or something.
Sounds good.
I'll get it crafted though.
Deal.
So with some good timing and a bit of explosive ammo, we could potentially rid the area of these pests just by raiding their poorly made external tool cupboards.
Start with this one.
Do you need me to shoot that?
Yeah, blow it. You want to get off?
Yeah, got it. These guys are ruthless. I'm starting to think that these guys hate the group more than I do. They're just sheet metaling in TCs. And they HQM to the one on the farm base as well.
Alright, let's do this one.
Oh my god, they're full honeycombing it as well. Dude, no way. We finished off the last external tool cupboard before my allies mentioned they were going to raid a nearby decaying base and asked me if I wanted to tag along. A bit of a team bonding mission, I guess you could say.
Alright, I gotta go get some expo.
I'm gonna go ladder onto these guys' roof. No, dude, what is that timing? I was just about to go climb into their roof before they got home. They must have another base. Yeah, he's right, to be honest. They've been gone for so long that there's no way they just live here. And they keep flying back down south, like, constantly. I'm going to put this on my friend's roof. Not to frame them for the act, but I don't really need the mini right now, to be honest. Damn, they already picked up the ladders. That was quick. Landmine. Open. Lockers. So many beds, dude. I need my teammates in here, like, now. I think they're doing it. Yeah, they're coming. They're right there. Here we go. How many? Whoa!
Oh shit!
What the f was that? There's one more door. I'm pretty sure the next layer down is the core. I think we're one floor away from core here. We got so deep into the base that we were one level away from the core. And after waiting for a while, everything went quiet. We knew that they hadn't hopped offline, but they also weren't at what we thought was their main base. With them elsewhere, we took the opportunity to finally rid them of the area.
Yep.
TC! TC!
I think they despawn. Yep.
These boxes had nothing, which all but confirmed they were no longer using this base as their main. They were still playing the server, we just had no idea where. The good thing though was that they were no longer going to be sitting on their roof all day overlooking our supermarket. I wasn't done with this group though. Sure, they no longer lived anywhere near me, but that wasn't good enough. I would track them down eventually and make sure they departed the server for good. Alright, now that that's all done, it is probably time to check on the crops. I think it's almost been an hour and 45 minutes. They should be ready soon. I missed one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they're pretty much ready to pick now. Is that a full box? Almost a full box of cloth. And one box is 48,000, so we need just over 4 boxes worth of cloth. So we're almost a quarter of the way there, which is not bad. Between farming, making a compound around the cave and getting sulfur, we continue to check in on the cloth farm every 2 hours or so to continue towards the goal. After more hours than I'd like to admit, we hit the halfway mark, 100,000 cloth. I'd also built up a decent amount of rockets at the same time, mainly focusing on farming sulfur between harvests. We had the boom, but we didn't know where the enemies had relocated to, so I set out on a mission to find them. Yeah, I've got no real idea where they are.
Yeah, I like tried, but I couldn't find anything yesterday, and I was asking people in server if they've seen them, and no one was responding.
Yeah, they've definitely been on. They were on earlier when I was on.
Yeah, yeah.
They'd be bigger than that. I think we're looking for a base that'd be similar to what they built
you're right.
before.
I don't know.
I think they've been playing enough to where they would have a decent sized base. Like they've been on all the time. Oh, different colored sheet metal. I mean, it looks too small. And the TCs are done too well. Keep having a look. We'll keep note of where the bases are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that looks too well built, honestly. Yeah, I don't reckon that's... Oh, there's SAM sites, there's SAMs. Oh, but that tower's very typical of, like, Chinese cheetah groups. Farm base down there.
Oh, maybe that?
Oh. That looks kind of promising. Different colored, like, sheet metal. A really poorly built compound.
Yeah.
A farm base. Yeah, we definitely got to keep a note of this one. This one's the most promising we've seen so far for sure. Just need to confirm it now. There's guys on the ground. Go up. Land on top of the mountain. Oh fuck, there's so many. That's got to be them.
Oh my god.
That could be them. I kind of want to fight it. There's so many though. We got to land on the opposite side. Do you care about losing your kit and the mini?
Nah.
I think we need to send it, dude. Land on the opposite side of the mountain.
Where do you want to set it down?
Mountain. I got 2 walls.
Okay.
Oh, they're raiding. It's them.
Down one. He went somewhere. He had AK. The MP5 guy you killed up here, it's one of them.
Okay, cool. Stephania. Yes, dude, we found them. We actually found them. Now, where do they live? They were running from this direction. They got to be coming from this base we were just looking at before. Yeah. To the left. Northeast, coming out, like, he just run out of the base. He's, like, far. We can't kill that from that far.
Yep, yep.
But we know that he was definitely coming from this base. 100%. Let's cut him off. We need that name.
Far going up.
There's two. Yeah, that's definitely them, dude. 3. Oh, it's got to be them. Target acquired. They ran, but they couldn't hide. Having moved practically the entire way across the map, they probably assumed that they had seen the last of me and my friends, but unfortunately for them, that wasn't the case. The rest of the team hopped on, we loaded up a camper van, and headed south to finally get rid of these guys for good. Oh, there's one going into their farm base right now. Just wait for a second. Alright, they're going inside. Let's go. We got to be careful from that right side, though, because they could come out of the farm base with kits. Alright, come get Orth on the turret when you can. You ready? Let's do this. Just careful of turrets in the compound. Seems pretty clear. Someone needs to shoot this door with exploit. Alright. I reckon go straight there. I'm just gonna rocket him. Didn't get a hit marker. He's still up there. He's dead. He's dead. Another one dead. I'm down. If you can pick me up, that'd be great. TC, we got TC. TC's gone. Nice. One more dead up top. He's dead. That killed both of you. We had completely raided them, and you best believe I griefed everything they owned, as well as raided their farm base and looted or despawned every last drop of loot. We now only had one thing left to do on the server, and that was to grind the remaining cloth that we needed to reach our goal of 200,000. Eventually, many hours later, I had done enough harvests to reach that elusive goal, and accomplished everything I had set out to do this wipe. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, because for every subscriber from this video, I'll be farming 100 cloth. And also check out this video where I built an illegal pipeline bunker.